have used this technique to teach at summer camps. It's just pure fun. You paint with objects, not really brushes. The first thing we do is we do paint with a brush just for your base coat, but you can use any colors. It can be a great lesson on mixing colors and just fun. I happen to have a very nice neutral color for the base, so that's what I did. If I had young children in my camp, I would paint this part first, and then when it's dry and they paint over top of it, it's ready to go. It's just a little softer to get rid of the stark white, but that is up to you. You can certainly use the white of the canvas as your base. This was a leftover foam mattress that I cut into pieces. I used this for just a nice sponge effect. For each different medium that you're using, I also added a new color. So that way, looking back, you'll be able to see all the different textures from all the different things you tried. For this one, I used several different colors in a patchwork effect. So I used yellow, brown, and then I added red. As you're painting, the layers of paint might become a little thick in spots. So you can take a rag, lay it out, rub it a little bit, and lift it off. That way you don't have puddling of your paint. Time for toys. Cars are a great big hit. You can add a bright color if you'd like with this. It's fun with the kids, but you know what? It's also fun to try as an adult too. The tracks make a really cool pattern. Now you can even use things that you want to paint with that have to do with a party. Suppose you're hosting a birthday party for your child. You can use party hats, you can use bows, you can paint with balloons, string, streamer, all kinds of fun stuff. Now feathers are very versatile because you can pat them on, or you can paint as if you're doing a brush like that and streak it on the side. You could paint with a point, either side, either point. I like the bright blue with this one. Another recyclable, wine corks. What? How'd that get in there? Anyway, they make great circles, and if you press them in paint, you'll get a fuller, thicker look. But if you keep using it as your paint wears out, it also looks different. So that's fun too. Using a detergent lid here, but if you had a cup, you could get the same effect using that. I like the large rim circles for this because I'm using more than one color. So just dipping it in several different colors and then pressing it on, and it's pretty cool looking. This little sheep is going to walk across my painting. I decided to dip the front feet and the back feet in different colors and just walking it across. More circles, but different size. Again, just digging through my recyclable bin, and I had all this great stuff I could use to show different textures and different colors. It's the idea of being lost or caught up in the moment of creating. We're not creating anything in particular. We are just having fun, trying different textures, trying different colors, seeing how the color changes when you overlap it with other colors. Process painting is really beneficial. We can lose our thoughts in it. So it's a very healthy thing to try. Just blot the excess paint away, laying a dry rag on top of any areas that look like they're a little more puddled. We can call this done, just the way that it is. It would be fun in a playroom or even an office, give you a little more energy. Goes with anything because there's several different colors. So this is one option. You certainly could leave it like this or hang around and I'll show you another way to just soften it a bit. For this option, you'll want to let your canvas dry for a couple hours. And then with painter's tape, you just rip off pieces and try to protect the areas that you think are very interesting. So look at it. There's some combinations I think that are awesome and I want to make sure that they are preserved. So I am just saving that, putting it all over. You can also soften up the hard edge of the tape if you want to. You can rip it a little more so that you don't have any squared off edges. It's completely up to you. Here I decided to use a recyclable netting that would be found on fruit. And I'm just pouncing this on. This technique is actually a rag on or even sponge on technique. I just thought I would give this netting a try. So I picked one of my favorite colors and I'm just pouncing it over. Another thing you could add is some splatter paint. So I wet a brush first, then I blotted it off a little bit before I stuck it in a navy colored paint. And then I just brush my finger on it. The brush is going down, my finger is going up. If you do it the opposite way, you will squirt yourself in the face. So I don't recommend that. This just softens the whole thing too. You see how this one is a little more blended out? You can still see though where the tape was. And underneath, you'll be able to identify which object you used to paint that with. So it's really just an abstract, nothing in particular. You could hang it on the wall any way you want. So give it a try. Which way do you like better? Bye.